Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll... Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and the Bears take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Seahawks 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 24 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue.
Before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This time Wilson will throw. Leaves it for Penny. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down.
Penny, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's good. And I think the ball's out. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, here's Penny. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown Seattle. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. This one into the hands of Burton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, echo. Let him know, let him know. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's make it.
From the gun, here's Locke. Forced out to his left. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Okay, und dafür ist das mit Führergang.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over.
There's no fourth down rule. Back some I would punt. Since I'm not punting.
We step aside. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
Go, go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Better bring middle.
They are going for it. It's Luck. That's to his running back, complete. And the stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Antonio Brown, 37 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Myers, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They run. This is Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Check out. Drive 40. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, it's Locke. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come. Let's go, Mike. Hey, Orvin. No gain on this defense. No gain. Mike's 50.
Here's Locke. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton as the first half is winding down. As the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, here's Breida. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day.
They'll try the air now with Locke. That's complete to Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
11B.
A shotgun snap for Love. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Luck on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
54. What we got? What we got? What we got? Shoot! 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Say.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch the blood. Let's go, Mexico. Watch blood.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Leonard Floyd.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get ready.
After the interception, it's long. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check 50, check 50. Wide, get wide. Go ahead. Watch the twist.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second and 11 now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw is Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable here for Davis. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
Check out.
180. Mike 54.
Here we go, D.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Keep it up.
Back to throw. Love. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Check out. 390.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Seahawks on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Penny. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will get him one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
We got 4. We got 4.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Let's go! 60 outlaw. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Ball trot.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Pryor. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got his guys set up great now. First and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Throwing now. Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but now it's third and goal. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They run to Breida. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Up and up, it's magic.